Welcome back to the Monday edition of the 11th hour. We're joined tonight by Congressman John Garamendi, Democrat of California and a member, notably, of the Armed Services Committee. Congressman, thank you for coming on with us. And let's start with this tonight's New York Times story as opposed to today's New York Times story. How much does this read like a game changer to you?
I think it's really serious. And when you think about what President Trump has done for the last year, which is basically deny that anything was going on with Russia. There is no Russian involvement in the hacks. And in an attitude that was very, very strange. His seeming coziness to the Russian bear was a great concern. And now we're beginning to get more and more details. There are a lot of threads here, and this thing's coming unraveling very, very fast.
Talk to me about the danger of Putin suggesting and Trump even considering, let alone mentioning in public, this joint cyber security task force. You're on armed services, and it always struck me that if it had been kinetic warfare, if someone had fired so much as one shot by way of the cyber warfare that had been committed, we'd maybe treat it with more urgency and be better at our defenses, at countering it. So what do you make of that?
Well, what I make of it is a president that really doesn't understand cybersecurity and cyber issues and seems to be in denial that Russia actually hacked, broke the law in the United States, used that information as a weapon to interfere with our election. The fundamental democracy of this nation was attacked. It is a very serious problem. And for the president to even consider and to come back and do one of his infamous tweets saying that they're going to work with Russia on cybersecurity, in one sense it's laughable, but in another sense, this is the president of the United States that doesn't have a clue, or maybe he knows exactly what has happened.
I want to ask you about something that you are justifiably proud of, and there's a chance that a couple of our viewers tonight are among the 30,000 American families who have a family member in uniform in South Korea. A very dicey time to be in uniform in South Korea. You are just back from seeing members of our armed forces there, and as I said, the tempo feels that it's been upped, and I'm sure the DEFCON level feels high there.
Well, it certainly is. And it's not just the men and women in uniform, it's the families.
Yeah.
There are thousands of American families there, and it is a very difficult and very, very dangerous situation. All of them are within moments of an attack by North Korea. If that were to happen, they'd be raining artillery shells down on South Korea, on Seoul, just some 40 miles away from those artillery batteries, and to say nothing of the several hundred, actually probably more than 1,000 ballistic missiles. It is a very dangerous situation. Incredible courage on the part of the families, as well on the part of the military that are there. It is very, very dangerous.
We will, of course, keep them in our thoughts and in our coverage. Congressman John Garamendi, Democrat from Northern California, thank you so much for being on the broadcast with us tonight.
Good to be with you, Brian.
Another break.